What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. And today we have the November 2021 Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport update for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport update. Today we have a absolutely massive update in store. We have so much to go over in today's airport update, and I'm really excited for it. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I really hope you guys are excited. And with all that being said, everybody, let's jump into it. We'll begin right here with this American Eagle Bombardier Acer Day-700 on the behalf of SkyWest Airlines. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Palm Springs, California, and he's going to be heading out to Tucson, Arizona today. Followed as such, we have the debut of the American Eagle Bombardier Acer Day-900 operated by Mesa Airlines. Our first one here is currently making a non-stop service in from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and he's going to have a non-stop service for us today out to Houston IAH. What a debut for the American Eagle Bombardier Acer Day-900. Due to the Phoenix's setup, of course, pardon me, you're not going to see them all lined up like we had in the Dallas, Pensacola updates and all that fun stuff. But wow, it's so awesome to get to debut these American Eagle Bombardier Acer Day-900s at long last, Bombardier. Absolutely amazing aircraft. They're going to serve such a purpose here, as we've talked about for so many months. You guys probably already know the full extent of the context. I'll kind of wait till the last one and kind of go into it a little bit so we can get into a groove with this update. But what a blessing it is to have these. So happy with it. Absolutely amazing. Let's keep it rolling. Next up right here, we have the Mesa House Bombardier Acer Day-900. I want to apologize that I don't have any ramps out for those aircraft. I will land just a little bit low on time for getting ready for this update, so I apologize. But this guy's currently making a non-stop service in from El Paso, Texas, and is going to be heading out to Sears Rapids. Next up, we have another American Eagle Bombardier Acer Day-900. What a lovely aircraft it is, man. Of course, we'll be making our way to the last one here in a little bit, but this particular one's currently making a non-stop service in from Bozeman and is going to be heading out to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Normally, I always try to leave the big stuff for the end of the update, but it just turns out that Terminal 4 today is just going absolutely ballistic, so I apologize. So I hope you guys enjoyed the change up. But the American Airlines Heavies are finally back, and we'll begin right here with the 787-9, currently making a non-stop service in from Honolulu, Hawaii. Is going to have a non-stop service out to Chicago O'Hare following as such. Really glad to see the Heavies back for the fall season. Really glad to see this. It's absolutely awesome. Looking super nice. Very glad to have this. Very nice to see this. Wow, how about this, everybody? Right here we have a British Airways Boeing 787-10. Wow, how about this? This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from London Heathrow International Airport on the revenue service. The first ever time we have a Phoenix Sky Harbor to London Heathrow route in an airport update. Absolutely amazing. This flight's currently being operated on the British Airways 777-200ER, which is really nice. As you guys know, I do not have that model, so unfortunately the 787 will have to do for now. Maybe I'll be able to get a 777 in the future, the 200 that is, but a really nice aircraft indeed. Really glad to finally have this. Of course, when I started Phoenix, this was going to be one of the highlights, and it's finally here, so absolutely amazing. Wow, so glad to have this. Thank you so much for making this possible, Phoenix. We have the British Airways 787-10 non-stop service out to London. How about this? Next up, we have a beautiful section right here of N4 here at the very top of the concourse. How about this lineup? We'll begin right there with that Westjet Boeing 737-800. This guy's currently loading up with a non-stop flight in from Calgary, and he's going to be making a flight out to Vancouver. Super glad to have these routes. They are so nice, and all the variations just absolutely amazing to say the least. Next up, we have the normal winglet Westjet Boeing 737-800. This guy's currently making a non-stop service also in from Vancouver and is going to be heading back to Calgary. Really cool to see that. And then we have the Volaris Airbus A320neo down there, as we can see. Beautiful aircraft. This guy's currently coming in from Chattanooga, and he's going to be making a non-stop, or I'm sorry, it's not Chattanooga, it's Cullen, I think that's how you say it, and then a non-stop service out to Guadalajara for him. Looking absolutely amazing. Next up, we have a beautiful American Airlines lineup, as we can see, with some new models, of course. We'll begin right there with that 737-800. This guy's currently coming in from Cancun, Mexico, and is going to have a non-stop service out to San Jose del Cabo. Looking great. An Airbus A320 right there. This guy's currently coming in from Spokane, Washington, and is going to be heading out to Houston IAH. Really glad to see some Houston mainline at long last. That is well deserved, in my opinion. Looking good. New model SkyWest Bombardier Sierra-700 in the house livery. What a beautiful aircraft this is. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in for SkyWest from St. George and is going to be heading out to Roswell. Super cool to have the house livery in here. There's a ton of these always floating around at Phoenix, so this is definitely a very realistic lineup. Another American Eagle Bombardier Sierra-900. How about that? That is already the third one. That's absolutely crazy. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from, let's go with Ontario for him, and he's going to be heading out to Bakersfield. And last but certainly not least, we have one of the SkyWest Sierra-700s down there, and that was a Mesa 900, by the way. I apologize. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Flagstaff, and is going to be heading out to Reno, Tahoe. Looking good. Really good looking frame right here. We'll begin up there on top with the SkyWest Sierra-700 right there. This guy's currently making a non-stop flight in from Jackson, and he's going to be heading out to Aspen. Next up, we have a Mesa House Sierra-900 right there. So many nice special liveries in these RJs, man. It's unbelievable to say the least. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Flagstaff and is going to be heading out to Eugene, Oregon. And another American Eagle Bombardier Sierra-900 on behalf of Mesa Airlines. This guy's coming in currently from Santa Barbara and is going to be heading out to Memphis, Tennessee. And pushing back, we have an absolutely beautiful American Airlines Airbus A321 in the US Airways Heritage Paint Scheme. Another new model by Aero Classics. What an amazing model this is. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Charlotte and is going to be heading out to Philadelphia. Absolutely beautiful. Sorry about the shade right here, but right here we have an American Airlines Airbus A319 in the America West Heritage Paint Scheme. This guy's currently got a non-stop flight in from Memphis and is going to be heading out to Las Vegas. And we also have an American Airlines Airbus A321 with sharklets right there. This guy's currently coming in from Las Vegas and is going to be making a non-stop flight out to Denver. Alrighty, transitioning through, we have an American Airlines Airbus A321neo. This guy currently has a non-stop flight in from Kona and is going to be heading out to Chicago O'Hare. American Airlines 737-800 in the Astrojet livery, non-stop flight out to San Francisco after coming in from Burbank. And two American Eagle Embraer ERJ-175s, both on the behalf of Envoy Air, of course. We'll start with this bottom one. This guy is currently coming in from Midland and is going to be heading out to Salt Lake City. And the top one's currently coming in from San Lucas Obispo. However you say that city, I apologize. I always struggle with it. And it's going to be coming in from Long Beach, pardon me. Looking good. And this last American Eagle Embraer ERJ-175 is currently making a non-stop flight in from Grand Junction with the turnaround. Looking good. How about this? Another American Airlines heavy. Right here we have an American Airlines Boeing 787-8 coming in from Kahului. How about this? Making the non-stop turnaround. Absolutely awesome to see all these heavies. We even have another one, believe it or not, which is unbelievable. But the heavy's finally back here at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. Well deserved in my opinion. Very glad to see this. Absolutely beautiful. Well done. Next up, we have this Westjet Boeing 737-700. This guy's currently coming in from Toronto Pearson and is going to be heading out to Edmonton. Really cool to see that route. I thought that was super cool. All this Westjet action here for the seasonal season. This is usually how it always is, but obviously due to the pandemic, it hasn't quite been that way. So really cool to see this. I think it's absolutely awesome. Well done, Westjet. Next up, we have this American Airlines Airbus A319. This guy's currently taxiing in from Fresno and is going to be heading out to San Jose, California. Next up, we have this American Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the chrome retro livery. Of course, this is the NG models version of the actual aircraft, not the particular retro aircraft, but it looks very close. So outside of registration, let me know which one you guys want me to use, but I'll definitely do some alternating. That's my plan. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Columbus and is going to be heading out to, let's go with Portland for him. Looking good. Sorry that N4 and N3 were a little bit janky between the lighting and everything going on and trying to get established in all those new aircraft. I sincerely apologize. Don't get me wrong, I'm very excited about British Airways and all that fun stuff, but usually I like to leave that stuff for the end of the airport updates, especially with how big Phoenix is. So don't get me wrong, I'm very excited about those things, and I apologize if it seemed a little out of whack on that particular section. But regardless, here we go into some more consistent lighting right here with this American Airlines Boeing 737-800. Sorry, that was a little bit off. Let me try to fix that a little bit. There we go. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Salt Lake City and is going to be heading out to Indianapolis. Next in line, we have two variants of the American Airlines Airbus A321. We'll start with right here with this Airbus A321 on the left part of me. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Cleveland and is going to be heading out to San Antonio. And then on the right side, we have this American Airlines Airbus A321neo. This guy with sharklets, of course, as every neo has them. But this guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Orlando and is going to be heading out to Miami, looking really good. Alrighty, next up we have two American Airlines Airbuses right here. Currently sitting at the gate, we have this Airbus A320, the all legendary mighty model itself from 2020. This guy's currently loading up with a non-stop service out to Kansas City after coming in from Minneapolis. And then we have an American Airlines Airbus A319 with fence tips currently pushing back for Tucson after coming in from Boise. Down there all alone, we have an American Airlines Airbus A321 with fence tips. This guy's got a non-stop service in from Las Vegas and is going to be heading out to Austin, Texas. Next up, we have this American Airlines Airbus A320. This guy's currently loading up. Next up, we have this American Airlines Airbus A320. This guy's currently coming in from Spokane, Washington, and has a non-stop flight out to Los Angeles, California. Very, very interesting to see Los Angeles, but we have seen some A320s to weird places in the past. Not necessarily weird, but different places like the Charlotte to JFK route and things along those lines. But man, how about Los Angeles? Very interesting. Probably the first A320 out there in many years for American. Very, very cool though, regardless. Next up, we have this American Airlines Boeing 737-800 normal livery. This guy's ironically heading out to New York John F. Kennedy after making a non-stop flight in from Chicago O'Hare. Alrighty, pretty big frame right here. Let's get started with the American Airlines Airbus A319, the Piedmont livery. Once again, guys, I apologize for kind of this whole whack lighting. This airport's so big, and in the winter, it's hard to get used to, and then I started a little bit later than I wanted to and all kinds of stuff, so I really apologize. But regardless, this guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Las Vegas and is going to be heading out to Madison. I did leave a couple of the special A319s on the shelf because there's not a ton of A319 routes in the Phoenix right now, but there's a good few, so obviously that's why we have a good few. American Airlines Airbus A321 with Sharklets. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Denver, Colorado, and is going to be heading out to Des Moines, Iowa. That was a really cool upgrade that I saw. So very, very nice right there. Next up, we have an American Airlines Airbus A321neo. This guy's currently coming in from Newark after a non-stop service in from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Another very cool route. American Airlines 737-800. This guy has a non-stop flight in from, let's go with Burbank for him after coming in from Seattle. And last but certainly not least, we have an American Airlines Airbus A320 with CFM engines. This guy's currently pulling into the gate after a non-stop flight in from, let's go with Detroit, and is going to be heading out to Nashville, Tennessee. Next up, we have this American Eagle Barbarian Acer -900 on the behalf of Mesa Airlines. This guy currently has a non-stop service in from Madison and is going to be heading out to, let's go with Monterey for this guy. But man, these CRJ-900s, I know I've said it numerous times, so I'm not going to spend the, I mean, it's CRJ-900, so obviously we have to spend a good bit of time on it, but I don't, you know, obviously at some point it does, the non-stop of it, I suppose, does end in terms of how much is going on. So hopefully I didn't make too much out of it, but man, the American CRJ-900, just absolutely amazing to have these here. It's just so awesome. What a amazing moment. It's just absolutely crazy to say the least. But as the lights fading, we better get our route, as the lights fading, we better take it into our next aircraft. But goodness gracious, just unbelievable to say the least. Sorry guys. Next up, we got the Boutique PC-12 currently making a non-stop flight in from Carlsbad and is going to be heading back out there, looking good. Last but not least, before we take it over to the Southwest Airlines section right here, we have this American Airlines Airbus A319. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Guadalajara and is going to be heading out to Albuquerque, New Mexico following as such. Really, really nice section over here, looking really good. Let's take it over to the Southwest section. Alrighty, everybody, we have an absolutely loaded Southwest Airlines section. We have so many new models to the lineup. It's just unbelievable to have all these. Let's get started with the Southwest Airlines 737-700 in California one paint scheme. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Ontario, California, and is going to be heading out to Salt Lake City, Utah. Next up, we have the Southwest Airlines 737-800 by NG Models, the first production, currently coming in from Raleigh-Durham, is going to be heading out to Fort Lauderdale. Southwest Airlines 737-700 Canyon Blue livery, brand new model with split scimitars, looks really, really nice. This guy's currently making non-stop service in from Reno, Tahoe, and he's going to be heading out to Memphis, Tennessee. And how about Freedom 1 over there? She looks absolutely beautiful. My plan was to have good lighting on it, but unfortunately the light passed way faster than I anticipated, and I wasn't able to get the update started on time, so I apologize about that. But it speaks for itself. Let's just put it like that. This guy's currently making non-stop service in from Pittsburgh, and he's going to be heading out to Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson. What a lineup. Right here we have this American Airlines Airbus A321 currently coming in from San Diego and is going to be heading out to San Francisco. Alrighty, we'll start right there with that Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the Heart livery. This guy's got a non-stop service in today from Oakland and is going to be heading out to Nashville. Next up, we have the Colorado 737-700. What a lovely model. This guy's going to be heading out to Denver, Colorado and is coming in from Colorado Springs, so a little double Colorado action right there. I'll see how many state routes I can get going. California one was kind of a bust, but outside of that, we should be good to go. Pushing back, we have a Heart 737-700 with split scimitars. That's the first release. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Minneapolis, St. Paul, and it's going to be heading out to Oklahoma City. And then there in the back, we have another 737. This time it's an 800 in the Heart 1, or with the Heart 1 subtitle, I should say. Currently coming in from Long Beach, and is going to be heading out to Tampa, Florida. Here we have the Louisiana 1 737-700. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from New Orleans, and is going to be heading out to San Antonio, Texas. Looking great. Next in line, we have another lineup of 737-700s. I came over this side, by the way, guys, because since the sun's not over there on that side, it's not backlit. It's a little bit easier to see from over here, I think. So, working out perfectly, I suppose. But up there on top, we have the South Airlines 737 MAX 8. I believe that's the new one, the second release. What an awesome model. Very excited for the third release. That should be coming in very soon, so keep your eyes out for that. This guy's currently coming in from La Hui, and is going to be heading out to Honolulu with all these new Southwest flights, which is absolutely awesome. Next up, we have this South Airlines 737-700 in the Lone Star 1 livery. This guy's currently making non-stop service in from Dallas Love Field, and will be heading out to Houston Hobby. And then we have another Southwest Airlines 737-700 with splits. There's so many of them, but man, they're absolutely awesome. I cannot complain. And I believe this is also the second release, the new one from the RM model store that looks absolutely awesome. This guy's currently coming in from Reno, and will be heading out to San Jose, California, looking great. Next in line, we have the Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the Canyon Blue paint scheme with splits once again, the second one. This guy's currently making a non-stop flight in from Palm Springs, and is going to be heading out to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the Heart livery split scimitars. It's crazy to see all these generic planes, guys. I can't get over it. It's unreal. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from San Francisco, and is going to be heading out to, let's go with Omaha for him. Southwest Airlines 737-800 NG model split scimitars. This guy's currently making a non-stop flight in from Milwaukee. He's going to be heading out to Austin, Texas. And we have a Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the Florida 1 paint scheme. This guy's coming in from Orlando, MCO, and is going to be heading out to, I think they have Fort Lauderdale. It may not be on 700, but regardless, we'll just say Fort Lauderdale. And it won't be like this every update, guys. I just thought with all the new special liveries and the debut of all of them, I thought it would be nice to get them all in here. So looking really good. Right here, we have this Cessna Citation 560, currently making a non-stop flight in from Fresno, California, and is going to be heading out to any small city that I can think of. The first one to come to mind is Corvus in New Mexico, where DAC does their EAS flight. So looking really good. Alrighty, next up we have a full Southwest Airlines section. We'll begin right there with that Southwest Airlines 737-800. This guy's in normal livery with bended winglets, or the Canyon Blue livery, I should say, This guy's currently making a non-stop flight in from Las Vegas, and is going to be heading out to Los Angeles. Next up we have the Heart livery 737-700, looking really nice right there. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from San Jose to El Cabo, and is going to be heading out to Puerto Vallarta, looking really good. Following as such, we have a 737-800 Canyon Blue livery with split scimitars. What a beautiful aircraft it is, man. I absolutely love that one. This guy's currently making service in from Austin, Texas, and is going to be heading out to San Antonio, more Texas cities. 737-700 Heart livery split scimitars. Once again, what a beautiful aircraft. Currently coming in from San Diego, and is going to be heading out to, kind of running out of routes a little bit, Oakland. 737-700 bended winglets over there. What a beautiful aircraft, Canyon Blue livery. Never doubting this aircraft. It's always really good. Currently coming in from St. Louis, and is going to be heading out to San Diego, California. Desert 737-700 over there. That's the new Prairie diecast exclusive. That's really cool. Prairie Wings, I suppose I should call it. My bad. Regardless, though, this guy's coming in from Palm Springs, and is going to be heading out to Houston Hobby. And last but certainly not least, we had the first release 737 MAX 8. This guy's currently pushing back after coming in from, let's go with La Hui, and is going to be heading out to Kahului. What a livery, man. And lastly, over here for this taxiway, we have the Southwest Airlines 737-700 Heart bended winglet. This is a new model as well. So many of them. They're absolutely awesome. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and is going to be heading out to Spokane, Washington. Looking really, really good. Also want to make note that S1 is currently under construction. I didn't get enough time to put anything out to represent that, so I apologize. The next Phoenix update is going to be so much better, guys. I apologize. But regardless, I did not get enough time, but it is under construction. It should be opening soon, which is very exciting. Really, really excited for it. I think it's going to be absolutely awesome. Comment your guys' thoughts in the comment section. I would be eager to hear what you guys think. But very, very excited for that upcoming. It's going to be absolutely awesome. With all that being said, we're going to get the cargo section, and we're going to transition to Terminal 3. Let's do this. Alrighty, currently getting towed over here, we have the American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER. Great to see the American 777-200 back at Phoenix at long last. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. I suppose I should say that's where he came in from, and that's where he's going to be going back out to. Two daily Boeing 777-200s along with all the mainline flights, which is absolutely outstanding to see. Very, very glad to see this for American. Really, really glad to see all these heavies, and I'm really eager to see if there'll be even more potential adds on the heavy network, which is just crazy to think about, but very exciting to say the least. So very, very delighted by this. I think it's absolutely awesome. Comment your guys' thoughts in the comment section. I'd be eager to hear, but just really, really awesome stuff to say the least. Looking really nice. This Southwest Airlines 737-800 is currently coming in from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and is going to be heading out to Las Vegas, Nevada, looking very good. I apologize that I have not got a chance to work on this aircraft yet, guys. I promise over Christmas break it is going to happen, and more Shapeways aircraft are going to be coming. I was really hoping they were going to have a Black Friday sale, but they ended up not, nor Cyber Monday or any of that fun stuff. So, going to have to pay retail, but I understand. But I'm going to be making that purchase very soon, so really excited about that. But regardless, we have this Contour Embraer ERJ-145. This guy's currently making a non-stop flight out of the page. We can appreciate the government paying for that flight, to say the least. Glad to have it. So looking really good. We'll transition into Terminal E at long last. Alrighty, here we go with the Alaska Airlines section. We'll begin up there with the top with that SkyWest Embraer ERJ-175. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Seattle Everett, which is probably Horizon, so we'll just say Horizon. And this guy's going to be heading out to San Francisco, I believe. Yes, San Francisco, so my apologies. And we have the brand new Alaska Airlines Boeing 737-900 in the normal livery. So excited to debut the One World. I thought I would hold it off because of this situation right here. I knew this was going to happen. So it is what it is, though. This guy's currently coming in from Seattle and is going to be heading out to Portland. Absolutely stunning model. Really, really nice. Be sure to check out Master Blacksmith 16 if you guys haven't got a chance. It's so awesome. Transitioning into our next aircraft. Next up, we have the Hawaiian Airbus A330-200. What a beautiful aircraft. The winter's tough right now. I'm just going to say it like that. The winter's tough. The sun can't get quite over, so I apologize about this. But regardless, Hawaiian Airlines Airbus A330-200, absolutely beautiful, doing the Honolulu turn, looking really nice. Next up, we have this Air Canada Express Bombardier CRJ-705. This is the closest I have to the CRJ-900 to fly to Vancouver service, pardon me. Crazy to see Air Canada, just like WestJet, they're going for their fair share as well. I currently have non-stop service on a daily A321 in from Toronto, which was a huge shock to me. And they also have a daily CRJ-900 and 737 MAX 8 non-stop service out to Vancouver, which I thought was really, really impressive. Really hope to get, you know, I wish the A220 was flying in, but unfortunately it's not because I was going to get the retro livery and probably the normal one as well. So I may go for the MAX because I have a feeling that the MAX is a more long-term answer for Phoenix rather than the A321. And personally, I think Air Canada MAX would be more variety for my personal collection. Yeah, the A321 would be a good option, but just between the slightly better mold and everything, I think I'll go with the MAX. I think it's a better choice overall. And, you know, if they keep operating Airbuses, so be it. I can't buy out Air Canada's whole fleet. I just don't think it's logistically possible. Regardless, though, we do have this 705 for the moment, currently making the non-stop service in from Vancouver, and he's going to be heading back out there. But I'll keep you guys informed on that movement, so stay tuned. Man, my goodness, guys, we've got super unlucky with lighting today. Today's just going to be an update. I remember that the lighting was all over the place. And that was because I started at a crappy time. I should have started 30 minutes earlier. We would not have had this issue. So I apologize about this, but a couple more aircraft to tolerate, so I hope you guys are okay with it. Albuquerque will be on Friday. We'll be in a much better spot. So regardless, we'll start with that United Airlines Airbus A319. This guy's currently loading up with a non-stop service in from United's been doing quite a bit, to say the least. This particular example is going to be coming in from Denver, though, and we're going to send him out to Chicago O'Hare. 737-700 Continental Globe, what a beautiful aircraft. They are flying one in from Houston every night, so we'll say he's coming in from Houston. We'll be heading back out there. United seeing a lot of MAX 8s and MAX 9s here at Phoenix, and of course the Aero Classics versions I just do not think are worth the money. Really holding out hope, but I'm not going to complain with GeminiJets right now. They are making some absolute fire with the October and November release, and hopefully we'll get some Maxes soon, but there's a lot of planes on that list. Avelo 737-800, Breeze Embraer 195, and soon to be A220. Speaking of which, JetBlue A220, the United Maxes at Evo Blue A320. my wish list goes on. But of course, we don't have those right now, so we got to make do with what we have. So 737-700s, and speaking of 800s, we'll have to do, as right here we have a United Airlines 737-800 Star Alliance livery currently coming in from Washington Dulles, and is going to be heading out to San Francisco will do for this. And then we have a 175 down there currently coming in from Los Angeles, which has been seen A320, but I thought the 175 was already here. I've just been used to it. So coming in from Los Angeles, and it's going to be heading out to San Francisco as well. So really, really interesting lineup here for United. We're a little off with the aircraft, all things considered. We really need some Maxes. That's the problem. So things don't get better and the Max 8's still available. I'll definitely get the Max 8. Like I said, I really would not like to. I don't want to have my first Aero Classics Max. I'm not very fond of the mold, but for it having to do till I can get a replacement or, you know, an adequate version, we may just have to do it. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comment section. But regardless, let's take it over into T3 South for the final, for the final portion of the update. Here we go. Man, to top off the worst lighting update ever, in my opinion, this is definitely going to be the icing on the cake, because this, I mean, you guys can probably see what's happening. The sun's already so far down that not only is that gap between the windows pressing through, but the sun's getting so far down that it's like clipping the roof. So it's like this little in and out type thing. I don't even know how to describe it, but it sucks because there's some really, really good models here, and I wish I could get some better views of them for you guys, but you guys have seen most of these before, luckily. So, but some of them are new, so let's begin. F1, we have the Frontier Airbus A321. It is the debut of Steve the Eagle. We'll give him a better debut at a later time, but he was supposed to debut in his full flagship in this update, but it's all right. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from San Diego, California, and it's going to be heading out to Denver, Colorado, looking really good. Suncountry 737-800. This guy's currently making service in from Minneapolis, St. Paul, and we'll be heading... My apologies, guys, and he's going to be heading back out there. F3, we have the JetBlue Airbus A321. Awesome to see the JetBlue A321 currently grinding it out. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from, where is it called? Boston. He's going to be heading out to Newark, John F. Kennedy. Newark and Fort Lauderdale have the same really well, so those will be in the next update, so be on the lookout for that. Well, Allegiant, how are you guys doing? That is an Allegiant Airbus A320. You guys may barely be able to see it down there at F4, but it is that aircraft right there. Currently making a non-stop service in from Provo, Utah, and then he's going to be heading out to the other destination that started. I believe it's Stockton, but I could be wrong on that. But really weird to see Allegiant here, especially at T3 South. I mean, yes, I didn't know where else they were going to park. It makes sense where they're parking here by some of the low costs. So, yeah, really interesting. How about these JC Wings jet bridges? They're not really on good display, but yeah, I apologize about the lighting. It's so bad. But regardless, really interesting to see Allegiant here. Very, very interesting, but I think it is pretty cool. So looking really nice. I'm going to have to zoom in because it's so bad. So let's at least zoom in here. Alrighty, next up we have the Delta Airbus A220-100. This guy's got non-stop service in from Seattle, Tacoma, and he's going to be heading out to Salt Lake City, Utah, looking really good. Pushing back, we have the Delta Airbus A321, non-stop service out to Detroit, Michigan. Sorry about that. Let's go Los Angeles, actually, for him after coming in from... Let's get another flight in there to Atlanta. Delta 757-200 SkyTeam, the debut. Not the best debut, but it is a beautiful aircraft. And it's not actively flying in, but it's such a beautiful model. And there'll be a much better time. The lighting situations will get much better. So I apologize once again about the lighting. It kind of, we fell apart to say the least. We'll just put it like that. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from New York, John F. Kennedy. He's going to be heading back, or we'll send him actually out to Atlanta. Actually, this isn't debut. What am I talking about? It debuted in Orange County a couple days ago, but still kind of another debut, I guess, but still really, really cool aircraft. It'll be serving really good at Reno at some point. That'll be the best lighting potential, but yeah, sorry about this once again, guys. Delta Airlines Boeing 767-300. They're currently operating the 767-400 to JFK. So I'm going to send this guy out to Atlanta because that's more realistic. So full Atlanta flight right there. And then debut the Delta Airlines Airbus A330-200 down there. What a cool aircraft. Really, really glad to have it. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Detroit, Michigan. It's been that a couple times. It just depends. So, we'll say Detroit, and then Atlanta's been more consistent. So we'll say he's heading out to Atlanta. Actually got to see the Delta A330-200 over my house the other day, flying that exact route, which was really cool, I thought. So really, really nice. I'm gonna pan over live because man, it's been rough. Everything's kind of backlit, but you know what? We're over here, so we might as well get it Debut of the Delta Airlines Airbus A330-300 right there. What a beautiful aircraft, currently coming in from Atlanta as well. It's actually going to be heading out to Minneapolis, St. Paul. I know that's a little unrealistic, but I know they did it over the summer and everything, and last winter especially, and I have a proper A330-300 now, so I thought it would be nice to get it in here. So really, really nice aircraft right there. A little bit better lighting on this Southwest 737-700. This guy's currently coming in from Tulsa. This is going to be heading out to... I think we have Des Moines. If we don't, I apologize, but I think we have Des Moines. So we'll say Des Moines. And we got 4 more aircraft and then the cargo section. So here we go. Finally to our final Southwest aircraft. It's so weird to have so many, but it's so awesome at the same time. This guy's currently coming in from Los Angeles, and we're going to send him up to Portland today. This American Airlines Airbus A320 is currently making nonstop service in from Spokane, and we'll be heading out to, my apologies, I was unprepared, Reno, Tahoe. This Delta connection number here, J-175 filling, or the 170 filling in for SkyWest 175 is currently coming in from Los Angeles, and we'll be heading back out there. Last but certainly not least, we have the JSX number here, J-135, looking really good right here. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from, of course I don't have him wrote down, that's my fault. We'll say that he's coming in from Reno, and we'll be heading out to, I think they have Burbank, so we're going to say Burbank. At least we get to end with a little bit better lighting, I suppose. So sorry about the microphone. This is a really odd angle, but the lighting was pretty good up there, and I was like, you know what? We got to finish with something better than what we've had for this update. So sorry I hit a plane, but here we go. So let's finish this off right, guys. Dhl Boeing 737-700, or sorry, 800. That's not a great start, but okay, here we go. This guy's currently operating on behalf of Mesa. This guy's currently coming in from Reno, Tahoe, and is going to be heading out to Los Angeles, looking really good. How about these A300s? Those are highlights, man. I absolutely love them. FedEx and UPS, absolutely great aircraft. The FedEx is currently coming in from, I don't even think they have A300s, but I just thought it'd be fun to put it in here. Or, sorry, into Phoenix. But we'll just say that he's coming in from Indianapolis, and he'll be heading up to Memphis. MD-11 is going to be doing the same. Probably should add some more variation, but I apologize. UPS Airbus A300s, they do fly in here quite a bit. This guy's currently coming in from Albuquerque and is going to be heading out to Ontario. And last but certainly not least, we have the UPS McDonald doubles MD-11F. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Louisville and is going to be heading out to Ontario. So that will do it for today's jankiest airport update ever, guys. I sincerely apologize. Getting started late was a problem, and then I wasn't trying to rush, but I kind of had to with the lighting and everything. So that was on me, guys. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to get started, but hopefully getting the update out will make up for it, and plus it was the last day in November. So I sincerely apologize for being well off the schedule. December, like I've talked about, especially on Instagram, my goal is to get back on a full-fledged, really nice, consistent groove, and we did really good this month. You know, every now and then we're going to have some janky action, but hey, we're getting the airport update out, and that's what matters. So really hope you guys enjoyed it. So once again, I apologize, guys. But Phoenix, really good things going on. The Allegiant debut was really interesting. And outside that, there's not a ton of action. The Air Canada and Westjet was also huge, and the BA. I mean, there's a lot of action, but in terms of like new routes to come, I suppose. Resumptions were very big. Let's put it like that. So really, really nice to see everything going on, which is absolutely awesome. Was very, very pleased with the progression of Phoenix. And I know I said in the last update that the last Phoenix update was going to be better. And obviously it was not. If anything, it potentially was worse. But the good news is, I will assure you that the December update is going to be absolutely awesome. I hope to have that contour done. Denver Air Connect's also going to be starting service. Okay, so there's more than I thought, so I apologize. I looked at this last night and I still forgot. Sun Country starting the seasonal services to Duluth, Green Bay, Madison, and Milwaukee next month, along with Rochester in February, so that'll be really cool. United's mainline seasonal service to Cleveland will also be resuming, which is really cool. So lots of awesome action to come. I will assure you guys that the next update for Phoenix will be better. And it will be, hopefully, the lighting's going to be really hard to manage. It's the shortest month of the year, but we're going to make it happen, guys. Sorry, shortest in terms of daylight. Let me say it like that. But yes, guys, I apologize. I hope you guys forgive me. We'll be rolling in with Albuquerque on Friday, and it's going to be much better. We'll be back to our full flagship. But once again, I apologize, guys. Hope you guys are excited for all the videos to come. There'll be a lot of great things. Not quite sure what Thursday is going to be yet. Planning on tier list, but we'll see if my time schedule allows for that. Starting flight lessons this week, so very excited. But of course, I'm not times, you know, those 4 hours are pretty critical, or actually I should probably say 5 with all the driving hours and everything a week. So that is some time, but hopefully I'll be able to time manage, get around it, get ahead, all that fun stuff, and we'll be good to go. So thank you guys so much for watching this Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport update. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust the process, do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.